game platforms, and all is well. Everything's all set. Okie dokie. Let's go. And at the beginning, I'm going to play our 30-second countdown video. Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Ultiverse show across different social media platforms. This is Moonlight, your host from Ultiverse. I'm Ultiverse head of BD and community. And today we are having our speaker from KOKODI, a very cute project, right? A project, actually, I should say, a project of the very cute name over here. And it is Web3 Gaming. And our speaker here today is Django. Welcome to join us today at our channel. And we are right now, let me double check. We are actually streaming across different social media platforms, including but not limited to our Binance Live, our Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch Live. So lots of places that our audience could watch us. And we definitely would encourage everyone to give KOKODI a follow, as well as support the project and be part of a community member. Being said that, we would like to invite Django to introduce yourself, your role at KOKODI, and the project KOKODI to us. Thank you.
Awesome. That was quite a bit of an introduction. Well, thank you for having us. Thank you for having me here, Moonlight. And obviously, I was not even sure or expecting that many different streaming platforms to be streamed across. But anyway, like I said, we're happy to be here and looking forward to spending the next hour with you and with your audience. I'm not sure, do you want me to start with a quick introduction about KOKODI, what it is, or how should we continue?
Okay, yes. So, well, do you mind to continue from sharing us, what is the questing hub alpha? Because I see that it is pinned on the very top of the KOKODI official Twitter handle. Thank you.
Of course, awesome. Well, first, let me just start with a quick intro about myself. So I'm part of the KOKODI leadership team. KOKODI itself is a third-person fantasy extraction shooter, and we do like to call it fantasy extraction shooter because of the setting of the actual game, which is the design is inspired by Japanese anime. It's very colorful and very fun to play. Now, about your question about the alpha and the onboarding page. So if you guys can see on our X or previous Twitter post, rightfully you said we have an onboarding page. So this is basically a questing platform that we have built ourselves. We have just launched this only a couple of days ago, probably less than a week ago. As of today, we already have, last time I spoke with our game director, over 70,000 wallets that have signed up. Us being the Web3 game, you can sign up using your immutable passport. It's very, very easy. Once you do sign up, the alpha here is that we are going to be rewarding people who are going to join our platform. We are going to reward them in two ways. Number one, you can gather XP points by completing quests. And once you climb the ranks or climb the leaderboard, those XP points eventually will be used so that you can buy access to our future event with battle pass access to our future event with quite a big of prize pool. So you can be one of the first people who actually get to play KOKODI, and on top of this, participate in this event with quite a meaty prize pool. Let me put it this way. Right now, we are looking to sponsor this ourselves and some other sponsors other than just KOKODI. On top of this, for those people who invite most of their friends, we're going to provide some token airdrop. As you may probably see KOKODI is leading up to an IDO and launch of a token. We have not announced exact date yet, but it's going to be in May. And obviously, we are very, very much excited about this and looking forward to growing our community and bringing more attention and eyeballs on KOKODI. I do believe we have really awesome product in the making, our game, and we are looking forward to putting this game into the hands of thousands and thousands of players.
That is marvelous. Thank you so much, Ingo, for the intro. And also over here, I believe the audience, yeah, they are curious about what is the meaning of the name Kokodi. And yeah, because it sounds really cute and also easy to remember. Thank you.
Amazing question, Moonlight. So, yes, KOKODI, uh, the game itself, the setting of the game is in a magical world where you can even see our tagline is world without adults. So you can imagine a scenario where you want to strip yourself from all the worries of an adult world and immerse yourself into a really fun game and just enjoy the gameplay. So that's the setting of the world of KOKODI where the game takes place. And we have two clans, one of which is called Koko, the other one is called D, that clash with each other, and the players obviously need to play against each other. These two clans are fighting with each other in this magical world. And that's where the name comes from. I like hearing when you say it's easily memorable. That's what we were going for when we decided about the name of KOKODI.
Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much, yeah, for the info. And of course, and friends, yeah, I believe just like me, right? Everyone, when you listen to the name of the project for the first time, you are going to remember Kokodi. Okay, and the following question is: do you mind to introducing the team behind the scenes to us? We know that it is collaborating, well, actually incubated by Citify, right, and powered by Immutable. What does that mean when you say that incubated and powered by? Thank you.
That's another great question. Let me just, if you don't mind, I'll try to share my
Of
screen
course.
and show you at least one slide with our leadership team in here.
Uh-huh.
But I'll try to explain this. Number one, looking on experience from our leadership team, we've been building games for the past 10 to 20 years. So prior to before KOKODI even took its birth, which was around 2 years ago, we've been just basically doing game development, TV, film production, and animation. And I'm proud to say of our team, being quite a bit, having quite a bit of experience and expertise in that fields. So even the premise of KOKODI, of building the game itself, it was all about building a fun, genuinely fun game that people would just basically enjoy playing for the sake of it. The same way you may enjoy playing some of your favorite titles, be it Overwatch, be it Genshin Impact, be it in Legend of Zelda. People will always have their favorite gaming titles that they come back over and over, and we want to have KOKODI be that kind of title alongside all the other games out there. Now, you asked about us being incubated by CD5.
Right.
So to give a little bit of a context, we started the project around 2 years ago. That's when we initially put the first NFT collection on Ethereum. And since then, we've been solely focused on producing a game and making an MVP. Now, what is an MVP? MVP is a minimum viable product. That means it's a game in a stage where we can actually start presenting this to people and potential, people who have interest in that kind of game out there. This MVP is already possible to play, and I can only mention as a side note here is that for all the people who own at minimum 3 KOKODIs, they do get access to this beta. And we have had number of community playtests and events on our Discord already. I think we have conducted like 5 or 6 already by this point. But this is basic to say, I want people to understand the typical product development cycle. We have literally spent 2 years on building the game to the point where it is now. And if you see the vision, the same vision as we see for the game itself, it's not a simple product, it's not a simple game. We want people to truly not just spend one day or couple of days playing KOKODI, but be a title that they can come back over and over because it's so immersive and so cool and fun to play. And we started, so to speak, coming out of the shell only early this year. So indeed, in January, that's when we've been initially incubated by CDFI. What does it mean that we are incubated by CDFI? CDFI is a big brand and a great name in a Web3 and crypto space in general. And us as a team, knowing what we want to achieve, and we want to become a Web3 project and fully fledged Web3 project, Web3 game, especially this year. We basically came to CDFI. We just showed them our product. They played our game. They immediately fell in love with this. They already saw how big of a value we are bringing as far as just the product development side and making a cool game for the market. And we have decided to partner together with them. What it means for us is, especially if you are into crypto or Web3 in general, you probably will understand how big of an importance, number one, building community is, and number two, building connections in networking is. And this is where CDFI comes into place, and they help us a lot. We have very good working conditions, working relationship with CDFI, and they just basically help us opening the doors that we want to open in Web3 in particular. So that's how we started, so to speak, coming out of the shell. That's how I like to call this in Web3, is basically growing in front of CDFI and in front of all the community out there as a project and as a team. On top of this, you also mentioned Immutable. So being a Web3 game, we embrace being, the entire Web3 world. Let's put it this way. We embrace everything that comes with being actually a Web3 project, and part of it is putting the game on the blockchain or merging the blockchain and the game together. Now, why is it important? Number one, if you look on the traditional type of games and the way people play, and especially everything what is attached to owning the assets inside the game, it's often a bottleneck or an issue in the traditional gaming. For Web3 gaming and blockchain, this ownership of assets is actually true ownership by the user. What it means is that you can start playing and enjoy playing the game without any crypto knowledge, without anything knowing about how to create wallets, seed phrases, account numbers, and all of that stuff. Just start, making a simple account with your email and start playing the game. But at the same time, once you really, really like enjoying and enjoy playing that game, and you maybe decide to splurge and buy some items or upgrade your character or anything of that sort inside the game, the assets that you either buy or win during the gameplay and your characters will actually truly belong to you. And what it means is that those assets will be actually stored on the blockchain. And when they are stored on the blockchain, that means that you can either continue doing everything within your typical user experience on Epic Game Store or wherever else you play. But if you choose to, you can maybe start trading them on the marketplaces or sending them to your friend or sending to your another wallet and all of that kind of stuff. And this is, in my view, a big problem that blockchain gaming or Web3 gaming solves. And we have decided to partner together with Immutable. It's one of the biggest particular gaming related blockchains. And this is also another big partnership for us that helps us just basically scale and merge the game itself with the blockchain in very easy and seamless way, and provides us with all the tools that are necessary in order to do that, alongside with a great community that they bring together.
That is just marvelous. Thank you so much, Django, for sharing all the details about from the team's background, right, and also to about the collaborations with Certify and Immutable. And just like you say, right, in Web3, we are kind of like building in front of the community. So since we mentioned about the community, let's talk about community growing. Uh, where are the majority of the KOKODI's community members are from, or your target group are from? Because I see that basically the team is likely are you all from Europe?
Yeah, so our team is mostly located in Europe. That's
Mm-hmm.
correct. Um, Now, about you mentioned something that is really, really important in my mind
Mm-hmm.
about building in front of the community. It's from that perspective. I would like the audience and yourself maybe put ourselves a little bit into our shoes, into our shoes of project lead team or development team. Um, Normally, when you deliver any kind of product to the market, what happens is that maybe you get some sort of funding if it's necessary, but you basically build the product, and only when you're ready, truly ready with this product to actually market to the masses, to your end vision out there, that's when you actually go to market and start building the community and maybe doing some promotions, all of that stuff in order to bring attention to whatever it is that you're building.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Web3 and specifically within Web3 gaming industry, this is a little bit different. And how is it different? It's different in a way that despite the fact that we did spend already 2 years working on our product, uh, we still have right now a roadmap to deliver before we feel like our product will be fully fleshed out to actually take on the big giants that we see as our competition. I mentioned earlier Genshin Impact, Escape from Tarkov, or Overwatch. Any of your favorite titles that you think of, you truly enjoy playing. We are not there yet, and we know that we have a vision and a roadmap how to get there. But at the same time, there will be a period of time, and this period already has started up until, I want to say, at least end of this year, maybe 2025, when we are actually building in front of the community. What it means for us as a product team or as a leadership team is there's two things. Number one, the really, really cool thing about it is that we can start building the community and connections with the community early. Already right now, you are more than welcome to just join our Discord. And even though we are super busy, we always try to go back into our Discord and hang out with people. And if people have questions about this and that, and maybe some comments or feedback, I mentioned the community playtest. Through the community playtest, we have already gathered a lot of feedback about how people think we should change stuff and things, how the gameplay takes place, and similar comments. And we have already integrated that into the new releases of the game and new beta releases of the game. And this is absolutely amazing and marvelous thing that is not possible otherwise. Being able to just basically build and connect with our community so early. At the same time, it on the flip side or on the other side, it poses a little bit of challenges because sometimes people may have some sort of expectations from us as a team, and they will maybe compare the game of KOKODI already to a product that has spent the last half a dozen or a dozen years in the making by much bigger team or team that is backed by much bigger VCs or funds. And with this, we just need to basically set expectations right. I feel like we are very strong in terms of product development and building a game that people will truly enjoy playing. But at the same time, there will be a period of time when we're just building in front of you, in front of our community. And I want people to just basically bear that in mind. Now, about where our community comes from, Uh, I must honestly say I don't have exact stats right now as far as geographically where people are located. I do know, like I said, just by hanging out with our community, I do know some people, and we have quite a bit of people from Europe, those who hold our KOKODI NFTs, our first Gen Zero collection. There's quite a bit of people from Europe, but at the same time, you know how it is just being part of the decentralized web and Web3 in general, that things are decentralized. So it's impossible to know everybody, and it's possible that people are just basically lurking without revealing themselves. What I can tell is that we started, kind of coming out and started being more open to the community and doing some more on the marketing side and promotion just a couple of weeks ago, and we have grown tremendously in this time. You can see our Twitter following is around over 150,000, I want to say, at
Mhm.
this moment, and it's been sitting around 10,000 for, if you go back, 2 months ago, that was around 10,000 that we've been having as far as our community. But I knew this from the very beginning, that as soon as people put their eyeballs on KOKODI, they will fall in love with the gameplay, with the game itself, with the cute characters, with the possible of deep lore. They will want to play the game the same way as we want to just people enjoy playing this game,
Mhm.
right? So what I can tell is that as far as stats that I have recently checked with our game director, was that I think on the onboarding page for KOKODI, where we do all the quests, and when we initially welcome our community, we have over 70,000 signups by now, which is honestly, we within our team, we are almost speechless about uh, the welcoming that we are getting from the broader Web3 community right now. So very happy and excited about this.
Wow, that is definitely really amazing. And so does the Cocody project kind of like wanted to um, expand your project within the Web3 space, or do you actually plan to do both? Because we could see that they are like the Web 2.5 way, right? Combining, promoting the project to both the traditional gamers and to Web3 gamers. Well, the reason behind this is, of course, we want to have more players, right? Since we all need to spend a ton of time to build the project and also a ton of money to marketing it. Why not choose the 2.5 route with more users? Right? What's the plan for Cocody? Thank you.
Amazing, amazing question again. So I'll try to put it in the context again. With our background and with our vision for KOKODI of building a game, and I think it needs to be said that ultimately, mm, ultimately, we want KOKODI to be just a game. And I feel like that should be the value proposition for all the Web3 games as well. Just be a cool game. If you have a great product, it doesn't matter if the product is Web 2 or Web 3. Web 3 just is, posing maybe some different challenges and giving some extra opportunities compared to Web 2. But in general, the end product should be also at all time be to just bring a cool game to the market. So from that perspective, and given our background, this is exactly what we want to do. At this moment, especially right now, especially this year, we absolutely embrace being the part of the Web3 world in general, and being a Web3 project and Web3 game overall. Uh, what it means from the technical side is what I mentioned a little bit about before, is just basically seamless integration of the game with the blockchain technology, immutable in our case here, right? This is where we put this Web2. If you look on this slide that I'm presenting right now, our mission is to put the Web2 and Web3 together. I feel like every other project that is building out there, and there are many cool projects, and people who are just as skillful and just as talented and capable that are building in Web3 gaming as well. And I feel like for all the other projects that are in similar position as KOKODI, this should be the end goal as well. And outside of this, what we want to achieve is mass adoption. So we are using Web3 to first kickstart right now all our efforts in order to actually build the product as we envision this, and at the same time build the community, what I mentioned before, and at the same time already start this kind of campaign towards the gamers and players of the future. Uh, but Web3 is like a springboard into that part. I fully understand that at this moment, there will be a lot of people who are going to be attracted to KOKODI because of some potential financial incentives. We have the NFTs. We're also going to release the token, and what it comes with this is that there will be some people that are going to be attracted over there that do not have intention to play KOKODI at all, and that's fine. That's okay. We are embracing that part fully as well. What is going to be important for us is that eventually our plan is to actually give back to all the OGs and reward the people who have supported us early. So be it by people who actually buy our NFTs, or be it the people who buy our tokens early, we want to reward those people at the end of the day. So our big plans is to bring eventually a lot of players who are going to play KOKODI just for the sake of it, because they have fun playing the game, and all the revenue streams that are going to come from that area will be again fed back and shared with our earliest supporters, and that's people who support us right now. And at the same time, I think the last bit that is on this slide that I want to mention, and that is the long-term branding and IP. So obviously, we do want to build a brand that is attached to KOKODI. It's not just a product, it's not just a game, but an actual brand and IP, intellectual property. And this is important to have a design that is catching, that is unique, that can stand out in the sea of other projects. And I do believe we have achieved just that. You can use your KOKODIs, your characters as a PFP. I've seen many people already do that. And at the same time, the game itself, the gameplay, is quite unique, that it can be something that is not derivative, not the same as projects that or games that you have played already or have seen somewhere out there. Maybe what is worth mentioning, and this is by no means me trying to kind of go on the back of others, but I do want to mention this because I have just recently, earlier today, attended another space with some people, and we've been talking about Peggy Penguins. And I feel like Peggy Penguins are building a brand the right way. It's a crypto project. It's not a gaming project, but it's a crypto project or Web3 project that is actually permeating into this mass adoption part, where they put, Peggy Penguins that are this fun, plushy penguins, and they are putting them into the hands of thousands of people of Web2. They don't even need to know that this is actually anything related to Web3, anything related to NFTs. They can just go into Walmart and they see the plushie that is super cute. They want it, they buy it, and they enter the world, and they get hands on this brand already. And I feel like Peggy Penguins are doing Web3 in general a big service. And I want to borrow that part for KOKODI as well. And we do envision that kind of stuff for KOKODI as well, as a brand and as an actual IP that is going to be, obviously, in our case, attached to particularly the game itself.
Noted. Thank you so much, for sharing of the strategies with us, right? We certainly do hope that we could have a lot more gamers in Web3, but well, it's still not very easy to convert them. And I actually seen so many projects they wanted to try, to, for example, to promote Web3 games on TikTok or on Instagram. And being a former TikToker, well, I have to say that it is actually super difficult. I used to help manage it, several different, should I say, influencers, TikTok account, and I myself also have TikTok account that boost like hundreds of millions of views per video, right? And so that's why I know how difficult it is from Web 2 to Web 3. The journey it took me right now, yeah, it's been nearly 2 years since I joined Web 3. And also after 6,000 hours of live streaming on Binance Live, right? I feel like, okay, I finally learned some skills about Web3, and also I could, yeah,
Nice.
play different Web3 games. But when I wanted to teach our old fellow TikTokers, yeah, teach them how to use a Web3 wallet, right? How to mint the NFTs,
Right.
right? Because of course, gaming project has NFTs, right? NFT collections like the equipment or yeah, PFPs, right? All sort of things. Every detail, every step, we need to teach them, right? And step by step,
Right. Right.
and eventually, well, a lot of them will give up because it's so difficult to also handle it mentally, right? And the price, right, is bumpy, so bumpy. Take a look of our Bitcoin. Last week we might say, oh, it's bull market, but this year we are doubting, oh, is it really bull market? So, yeah, so dramatically, yeah.
That's right.
And that is why crypto is not for everyone. I, yeah, eventually I myself have to admit that. But however, I still want to let everyone know, like, friends, if you are watching us on Twitter and you are not in crypto Twitter, right, but you just feel like, oh, this is talking about gaming and it's kind of fun, want to learn about it, well, my suggestion is that could give it a try and step by step, no worries. And over here, of course, Moonlight wanted to introduce very trustable project, right? So that you could uh, join and play and have fun. Also, perhaps you're going to earn something or win something, right? Or perhaps it's just like uh, traditional games, right? We spend money to have fun. Right? Just like you go to a movie theater, right? After watching the movie, you cannot say, okay, I'm going to sell this
Exactly.
movie ticket to others and I'm going to sell it more expensive than the price that I buy in. It's not always the case. However, yeah, it seems like in Web3, we always want to do that, right? I have this gaming project NFT. Now I want to sell it higher than I originally made it. Otherwise, I feel like I didn't get something out of the project. So it's always some, yeah, very interesting concept over here. And well, and things that you mentioned about tokens, right? Do you mind to letting us know more about KOKODI's token economy or your token launch plan, if it's possible to reveal right now? Because I know some project need to save it until the last moment, right, to share with the
That's
community.
right. Uh, yeah, absolutely. You're right about this. And I'm going to answer a question, but I want to comment something because I feel
Mhm.
like what you have just said was very, very insightful. And I'm learning something every day also. And especially seeing this from your perspective, as you say, you've been previous TikToker and the challenges that you faced just transitioning into Web3.
Mhm.
You mentioned something about crypto is not for everyone.
Yeah.
And I just want to put things a little bit. I don't want to argue this or put this as a counter argument, nothing of that
Mhm.
sort, but just maybe a food for thought. Um, I remember times when the internet or just being online was
Ah.
not as ubiquitous, was not something that people would do and spend all the time on. And these days, I can I can give an iPad to my grandma, or I can give an iPad to my 3-year-old daughter, and they get this instantly. And they start, they just do stuff online just without even thinking about this. And I feel like as a society, we kind of take it for not just for granted, but it's just a part of our lives. Internet, being online, and everything that we are just doing, and have all these solutions at the tip of our fingers. Um, and if you go back, 10, maybe 15, or maybe even more years ago, some people were kind of thinking about the internet. I remember, the early 2000s, there was like, there was www boom and all that stuff. And there was a lot of hype around it. And you could also see companies going to tremendous valuation, Yahoo itself, and stuff. Some of them survived, some of them not. Um, but those that did survive, they are now providing a lot of utilities and stuff that we use just simply every day. And I feel like it's actually possible that similar fate will happen with crypto, or maybe not even crypto, but blockchain in particular. I feel like we will come to a place where people will actually use blockchain without even noticing or thinking about it. It's just going to be seamlessly integrated in whatever we do in our daily lives. And with that, I also feel like particularly Web3 gaming and blockchain are almost meant to be together. Because I think I tried indicated a little bit earlier during this AMA about how uh, true ownership of assets is actually a problem, a genuine problem in traditional gaming industry. Uh, Looking at this or seeing this from maybe like a business perspective, it's something that the big giants of the industry want to continue to happen. Because if you are a gamer and you enjoy playing some game and it's like, oh, this is really cool game, and you decide, okay, I'm going to spend some money on new item, new skin, character progression, whatnot. Like you want to spend money on this entertainment because you think it's fun, and you're going to spend 550 100 or $500, or maybe it's not just going to be one time, but you're going to continue to do this for a year. And after a while, maybe you are going to amass, you have CSGO skins. It's always the best example. People have spent thousands of dollars on CSGO skins, and then after a while they cannot do much with it, and they feel like they don't actually truly own those assets that they spent their money on. It feels like it's just a loan, and the true ownership is actually still lying with the giants or the game studio that has produced that game. With blockchain, we can actually solve this problem. And this is true not just for KOKODI, but this is true for any other Web3 game out there. Obviously, what needs to happen is that we need to make sure that the quality of the games that are coming out of Web3 is at least on par with the games that people already enjoy playing, the traditional games. But I do also believe that this is going to be the case for KOKODI, and not just KOKODI, but number of other titles that are building right now alongside KOKODI, together with us, all of us here together. Now, I think I went a little bit on a rant. I forgot what was your question
Oh, that's
exactly.
okay. That's okay. Yeah, definitely. This is a great conversation. I certainly don't want our AMA session to be like the old style, right? It's just like I ask and then you answer. This is very good that we are really chatting with each other and sharing our thought. This is
For sure.
perfect. And yeah, the question was about token economy and also
Right.
launching or listing if there are anything that is shareable. Thank you.
Right. So yes, we I now I don't want to maybe show something that I shouldn't have. So if you just give me a moment, I will try to find the right slide here.
Of course, of course. Yes,
That
I know that
uh,
many project certainly will wanted to keep it until yeah.
okay, I can share this slide in here. So yes, indeed, we are preparing for a number of things that are going to happen for our community and with our community, and that is number one. We're going to have our secondary collection, which is called masks. The mask mint will happen still this month, so we only have 2 weeks left around or so. So you can expect some big announcements on that part as well quite soon from our side. And I want to mention here one thing. So I said earlier that our initial Gen Zero collection has come to life around 2 years ago. That's when we put the collection on Ethereum. The secondary collection will also be on Ethereum. But the important part is that we have thought about having the secondary collection already 2 years ago. So it's not something like an afterthought about, oh, let's just put another collection out there because this is something that can give us hype. No, both of those collections can be absolutely essential for the game. And on top of this, our first collection is only a little bit over 5,000 assets, 5,000 NFTs. The new collection that's going to be minted still this month is going to be 2,500 NFTs. There is going to be no revenue to us. So, in short, you can get one free mask as long as you hold at minimum three of KOKODIs, three of the main collection, and the rest is just basically shared with the community, with some of our partners and people who are supporting us that maybe otherwise cannot afford or don't want to, for one reason or another, buy the OG Gen Zero collection. And at the same time, we are also preparing for an IDO. So what is an IDO? We are going to put a token out there and you would be able to buy the token. Obviously, given the fact that we are already incubated by CD5, you can expect that we're going to have a lot of activations and a lot of stuff done together with the team at CD5. And the exact dates, again, they will be announced very soon. There's a lot of moving parts, so I don't want to reveal too much stuff about what the plans exactly are before they are fully confirmed and official. So for that, I would suggest people to just simply follow us on our socials. Just follow us on Twitter or join our Discord.
Okay, perfect. Yes, certainly that joining Discord server, right, of KOKODIs is very, very important. Friends, if you haven't done so, be sure to do that. And I see that right now we have over 1,600 live views and friends, lots of positive comments saying that this is a very good AMA, right, or a very good live session. Thank you so much. And also shout out to different audience who are watching us through our Twitter and Twitch as well, YouTube, and glad to have of you over here. Let me check if we have any additional questions from our audience. We have covered a lot. How about anything regarding to KOKODI's upcoming plan or upcoming launch or any drops? Thank you that you'd like to share with us.
Well, yeah, of course. So I mentioned already about the mask mint. So the mask mint is number one. Number two, on our onboarding page, I also mentioned we have the XP points and the people who spread the world and love about KOKODI by inviting more of their friends. So among those two groups, we are going to the top, people who are on the top of the leaderboard are going to get number one, access to our upcoming tournament. So the tournament will happen most likely here I can mention towards the end of May or maybe beginning of June. Yeah, again, the exact details and the dates will be announced as soon as they become official. And that tournament have quite a bit of prize pool. We are working together with a number of partners to help us sponsor that tournament. And the other part about airdrop, so the people who are going to invite most of their friends and become top of the leaderboard, we are going to share some of the token airdrop. We're also going to have some airdrop for people who buy our NFTs. That's going to be the case as well. And outside of this, I mean, you can see our closest roadmap here on this slide. I would maybe only mention, and just to put these things into perspective, the things are like the entire, how to say, our lives are busy, so to speak. Let's put it this way at this moment, with a lot of stuff happening and a lot of moving parts, especially in April and in May. At the same time, we are not losing sight of what we truly, truly want to achieve as a team. And that is, yet again, I want to mention this over and over for people. And if there's one thing that will take away from this AMA, is that KOKODI is building amazing cool game that people will actually enjoy playing. And right after that, we are going to put far more effort into speeding up our product development process. I encourage people to check out also our white paper. It's a work in progress, but we have described already quite a bit of the exact mechanics, how the game is going to work. But suffice to say, right now we have a deathmatch mode. We are going to also have a team mode enabled. We're also going to have raid mode and arena mode. We're also going to have special mode for the tournament, so you can view and stream the tournament from your point of view. We are obviously going to expand our maps and build more maps and make the entire lore and story behind the characters and everything that is happening inside the game of KOKODI even more appealing and more deep. All of this is going to obviously require quite a bit of effort on the product development side, and we are so ready for just that. So the rest of the year is going to be absolutely amazing for us on that front. And then I do hope that, like I said before, people who are going to watch us build in front of them are going to join our ranks. And as soon as we have, new modes, new updates and releases to the game, we want to just basically share this with people and have people playing the game. So this is in short our roadmap for the next months and the rest of the year.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, for spending time with us today, Jungle. And also thank you for letting us know a lot of details about the project Kogodi. And there is a upcoming means that's very important, right? Mask. And I see that the utility has a lot, right? Including early access, boost character, battle pass, premium league access, skin and pets. Wow. So do you mind to letting us know more about these, for example, the price, the launch day, mid price, and total collection, etc. Thank you.
So the total collection will be 2,500 assets, 2,500 NFTs.
Mhm.
Uh, and the exact mint date is not confirmed yet. We are right now working with our partners to actually confirm the exact mint date, but it should be announced very soon. But obviously, it's going to be still in April, so only 2 weeks to go. Now, the mint price is going to be zero, so there is no revenue, or we as a KOKODI team, we don't want to take anything out of the collection, basically as a revenue or any funds earned for us. The NFTs itself are going to be very, very heavily embedded into the game, alongside obviously our first collection. So you did mention about this, about some of the perks of actually owning a KOKODI NFT, and very soon also Mask NFT, and that is going to be access to the premium ranked league. We're going to kick it off with the tournament that I mentioned earlier. We're also going to have unique arena skins, and with an NFT, you would be able or allowed to actually generate some extra in-game items. For example, outfits. You would also be able to actually have a sidekick as a team. So you can imagine just playing in a team battle 4x4 if one of the teams also have their pets or sidekicks that can help them just basically fight the other team. And outside of this, the big thing is going to be rentals. So the entire game of KOKODI is inside the game. The token economy is culminated into the marketplace. All of the items that you either own or maybe in some way you can actually win throughout the gameplay by playing KOKODI, they would be actually tradable on the in-game KOKODI marketplace. And that obviously also includes the NFTs. The big thing about the NFTs that they are going to allow for people to actually get battle passes or access to paid matches, either for free or at discount. And this is yet again, you can just imagine once we are going to have some special events with sponsorships and extra prizes. I do believe that people will actually want to be playing in those matches, and the only way to get access to those would be actually only by owning an NFT or by renting an NFT from some of the existing holders. Now, the rest about the upcoming mask mint, like I said already earlier, it's going to be free mint. So only for people who get guaranteed or whitelist spots that they would be able to mint with no cost, only gas, and then supply 2,500. The date is going to be very soon, but not exactly defined yet. And the chain that's going to be Ethereum ETH.
Wow. That is very nice. Yeah, for sharing all the detailed information with us. And friends, if you are interested in getting a spot, right? What is spot from KOKODI, or if you already got whitelisted, well, I highly recommend everyone you need to listen to the replay, because today I think this is a very dense AMA session, right? Very dense interview with lots of information, very informative, and very glad to have Dango for joining us and spending your precious hour with us. Yeah, I I'm not sure what is the time over there. Yeah, at your time zone. It's about noon time for me over here, and I wish you a great rest of the day. Let's keep in touch, because we since this is a video platform, right? We certainly welcome the KOKODI team, right, when the game is like launch and playable and has some tournament to come back for for example, like tournament broadcasting, right, on our channel, or we could maybe have a Chinese community competition, things like that. Yeah, if you're interested and later. So let's just keep in touch, and I'm going to definitely give our Django a follow over here. So, and so that we could, yeah, let's keep in touch.
Absolutely. The only thing that I want to say here is that I very much enjoyed spending the hour together with you, Moonlight, and your audience. Uh, Very interesting, very happy, thankful for the opportunity for having us and explaining everything about KOKODI. I hope you guys have all liked it. And the only thing I can say is that, yes, I'm very much looking forward to the future. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you. Yes, we are a very happy group because we watch about games and projects, and very positive vibes over here. Thank you. I'm going to close our backstage over here, and the replay will be available soon. So friends, be sure to stay here and watch for the replay if you miss our previous live session. Once again, shout out to Dango. Yeah, thank you for your time. Join with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Django. Bye. Okie dokie, friends. We are going to do our replays, and before our replay, let me check. Yeah, I already got a new round of crypto boxes, right? Airdrop. So I see that I have a lot of, just like Django says, right? A lot of happy audience watching. And over here, I am also going to share our replays. We'll have giveaways of the KOKODI project whitelist spot in our community. So be sure to join us. And let me check. So far, so good. Nice. Okay, I'm going to find replace, and let me check the numbers over here. Ooh, we got close to 3,000 live views on Twitter already. Let's check our. Oh, and also for Twitter also got a lot of views. And some people asking, where are you from? Well, I'm based in East Coast, North America. So it's about noontime. And time to continue working. Yes, let's go. Go, go, go. And we're going to say bye to friends who are watching us across different social media platforms. And Yeah, thank you, our Binance user 3DAD1 saying good live. Yes, this is definitely a very good live session. And Binance user A3 A5 said nice. Yes, I am glad that you all enjoyed the session. And I'm going to play our ending video to say bye to everyone. We'll see you later.